Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? LiveWire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't wanna miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats, you know that we gotta run it back. Whether on the field or the court, you know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is LiveWire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.
What's up? Welcome to another LiveWire Sports Entertainment update. And this time, I'm switching up the game on y'all. I'm about to do my baseball season update. Well, you know, everybody knows that I'm an Orlando Braves fan, so you know, hey, this is one for you. The Atlanta Braves rolled to a 6-1 start, probably one of their best starts in the season. They could have been the second undefeated team, but Tampa Bay Rays holds that record. But tonight, after coming off a 3-game stretch with the St. Louis Cardinals, sweeping them for the first sweep for the season, could have swept the Nationals the beginning of the season, but we lost a game for that. But nevertheless, the Braves start a 4-game homestand this weekend against the San Diego Padres, which the Padres has been reeling. They've been up and down this season. They actually are 3-3 this year, while the Braves rolled into their homestands with 5-1. Now, the game was battled back and forth. The Braves did took the lead early on with a I think it was 3-0. 3-0. I think it was 3-0 in the game, and San Diego came back. Braves scored in the first, then they scored in the third. They scored 2 runs in the second. They gave them they scored 1 run in the second before they scored the second run, and then it was 3-3 in the 4th inning. And then the Braves scored, and they took a 4-3 lead throughout the 5th, and then to the 6th inning, there was actually the Padres. They tied it up 4-4. Then they went all the way through the 7th inning, and then they end up in the 8th inning when it was tied 6-6. While the Braves was losing that one because the Padres was up 6-5 at that moment. But then again, the Braves came back, battled back like they always do. When they get down, they come back, you know. So they tied it up 6-6 into the 9th inning. The Braves in this game had 7 runs, 13 hits, and 1 error in this game, while the Padres had 7 hits and 6 runs. Now, the winning pitcher was Minter. The closer was Chris Matt, and everything. The blown save was Hill in that game. Riley had a sacrifice fly in the 1st inning that brought in Ronald Acuna Jr., who scored. In the bottom of the 3rd, Orlando Arica homers to left field that gave them the 2 runs. Then later on in the top of the 4th, Matt Carpenter homers in the right field with Jake Cronenworth scores, and Xavier Bogart scores. That gave the San Diego Padres a 3-2 lead in that stand. But nevertheless, the Braves got a single from Orlando Arica in the 9th inning for his 3rd hit in the game, where the Padres went down against the Braves in Thursday night's game. Now tomorrow they will play Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Hopefully the Braves could get another sweep and build on their lead to one of the best record in the National. But nevertheless, with 2 outs in the 9th inning, pitcher Eddie Rosario doubled to the right field corner off a right-hander Chris Matt, who is 0-1. Then Arcia follows with a single to center field that drove in Rosario to set off an off-field celebration. Like I said, the Padres did took a 6-4 lead in the 8th inning, but nevertheless, the Braves end up pulling even at the bottom of the 8th, and Arcia scored a double. He doubled and scored on Olsen's single run with Tim Hill. But nonetheless, the Braves, like I said, the Braves are they're off to a hot start right now. They're leading the National League right now because they're 6-1. Hopefully they can win these 4 games. They put them at 10-1 in the last 11 games to start the season. That will give the Braves a real momentum, a really good momentum going into the Dodgers. The Dodgers is playing now over the D-backs. They 4-0. But the Rockies beat the Nationals. But if you look at the standings right now and everything, the Braves had the best record right now. They had the best record in the National League. The Dodgers 4-2. Milwaukee right now is 5-1, but most likely Milwaukee will play tomorrow, and then we'll see from there. But nevertheless, you got to just tip your hats off to the Atlanta Braves for right now. They doing everything. The Marlins and the Mets games were postponed. Philly and the Reds was postponed. The Yankees and the Orioles was postponed. And the Angels and the Twins and the Astros was postponed today. So, like I said, tomorrow, the Braves play at 7. They play on Apple TV. Plus, they at 7:20. Then you got the Milwaukee Brewers play the St. Louis Cardinals at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. So that game would not be. It'll be probably on Major League TV. But nevertheless, the Braves are playing phenomenal ball right now. They like I said, they off to their hardest start. They're hitting very well. They in the last few games they hit home runs. They played close games. They have blown out games. They have jumped on everybody. This is probably what the most Padres is pretty much going to give them a test. If they could get through this, you can pretty much tell how their season will go. They lineup is really good right now. Their pitching is very good, even though Free is on IR for 15 days because he pulled a hamstring in the first game of the season, but he should be back. But I think their bullpen is deep enough. Their pitching rotation is good enough to weather the storm. And then once they get him back in the Free back in the rotation, then they'll be good. But nevertheless, man, Atlanta Braves is on a roll. Let's keep it going. Definitely will see y'all in Atlanta on Saturday. So I'll be getting some highlights of the game, recording and everything like that for the Atlanta Braves and Padres game. So hopefully, we get to see some great footage. Until then, guys, I'm out.